Hello everyone, my name is EthanLiberty, and welcome back to a very special episode of Tabs, otherwise known as Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Now, I thought I was going to be done with this game, however my brother came up with a very interesting concept, one that we are going to tackle here and now. In this video, I'm going to pit 12 out of 14 of the factions against each other in a tournament-style battle. The two factions that are going to be left out are going to be the Legacy faction and the Secret faction. Because the units in the Secret faction, almost all of them can be sorted into one of these 12, and so that's one of the things we are going to do. However, it would be far too easy for me to just select which factions face off against which other factions. So the first of two tools that we are going to be using here today to determine who fights who will be this here wheel. Wabam! The wheel. I am going to be spinning this wheel once for each faction, after which its name will be removed, and that is going to determine where it is placed on this here bracket. This bracket is going to be the map for today's video. Without further ado, let's spin the wheel for the first time and see who Team 1 is. And it looks like Team 1 is Dynasty. We will remove Dynasty from the wheel and then we will type it in. Dynasty. Perfect. Wow. Went straight from spooky to medieval by the slimmest of margins. Renaissance will be Team 3. Spooky is Team 4. Wild West will be Team 5. And once again, by the slimmest of margins, it goes from Ancient to Viking for Team 6. Pirate gets a free win, for it is Team 7. Farmer will be Team 8. And it looks like the farmers are going to be battling the forces of evil, for evil is Team 9. Had to count. I actually had to count that. I lost count. But this will be Team 10, which will be Tribal, getting a free win. Ancient will be Team 11, which leaves us only with Good for Team 12. And there we have it. The brackets are set, the tournament all but ready. Dynasty, Spooky, Pirate, and Tribal, being teams 1, 4, 7, and 10, will automatically move on to round 2. However, in round 1, we have Medieval versus Renaissance, Wild West versus Viking, Farmer versus Evil, and Ancient versus Good. These 8 teams are going to battle it out in a best of 3 competition on random maps. And I'm going to determine which map they battle on by using this wheel here. This is all but one of the simulation maps, the one I excluded being Final Destination due to there only being enough space for one unit on either side. That's not interesting. We are going to go through each of these. I will spin for it before each battle, then I will remove it. If we run out of maps before the tournament is over, I have a duplicate copy of this wheel, which we will then use. So we might see some maps twice. Some maps we will only see once, and maybe even not see any maps at all. It all depends on how this goes. Now I'm sure we've all been anxiously waiting for the actual action to start, but there is one more thing that we need to cover before we jump into this. First off, if you are enjoying the video so far and you're very interested to see what else I have, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and then ringing that bell so that you never miss a video. And the second thing is, how the hell do we determine who gets to put what units down? And for that is simple. I am putting a resource cap at 15,000 money for either side. That is the last thing that we had to do, so let's get going with Medieval versus Renaissance. Our first battle will be between Medieval and Renaissance. in the Defend the Tower map. I almost forgot, there is actually one more important thing that I can't remember if made it into this cut or not, because let's be honest, that intro took about 4 tries. 4 tries. The secret faction is not going to be its own individual faction in this battle, but will instead be filtered into all of the 12 contesting factions. With that out of the way, let's actually get into some battles here, yeah? To start, one team's going to be here, one team's going to be here, and then next round, we're going to switch it. Medieval will start off down here. 15,000 might not actually be enough, so you know what? We'll say 18,000. Let's battle. Slow motion to see the initial impact. The musketeers are already shooting. Let's see if cavalry or jousters would win. Oh man, the Da Vinci tank being put there was a very good play, but maybe too good. Most of the medieval units are dead before they even got a chance to storm. Looks like... Oh, I was gonna say, it looks like the tree giant might be able to break through, but nope. They could not even begin to storm that castle. Good God. That is one win for Renaissance. And here's how I'm also going to do things. If each team gets one win, the tiebreaker will be on the simulation map, the most flat map where there's no obstacles or anything like that, for just the all-out brawl. Now let's switch sides. Medieval will be protecting the tower while Renaissance attempts to storm it. Let's go. Looks like the catapults and the other archers are going the opposite direction. But unfortunately, the tank spinning is going to start killing its own men because they are getting far too close to it. I can't tell if the tree giant's already dead. If the tank can just stop killing its own people, they might have a chance here. But that is a hard ask. Only chance is to knock the king off. And it happened. Absolutely incredible. The Da Vinci Tower. Oh, the Da Vinci tank has now fallen off the cliff, and it is completely up to this singular balloon archer to take on a catapult, 2 archers, a second catapult, and 3 more archers. Looks like he's already taken out 1. The other cannot seem to get his bow out. Oh, but he has simply freed him up, and that is the game. Which brings us back here. Renaissance is now eliminated, and Medieval has taken its place. So we now go to the second round, which will be Wild West versus Viking. And it looks like the 2 of them will be facing off in the King of the Hill map. Now I'm here looking at this map, and it being cut in half like this, although it's alright, would it not be better? Would it not be cooler if it was a circle instead? And I think that's how we're going to do this. Let's go for it. Let's see this battle. Whoa. I don't know what that was, but someone just absolutely wiped all these guys out. Was that the Shouter? Whoa! Viking didn't stand a chance. I mean, Wild West didn't stand a chance. The ice giant fell. That was what killed him. Who's still alive on this side? Oh no. Playing dead is not going to save you, my friend. He's like Batman after Bane got a hold of him. Oh wow, they really can't hit him though. Don't worry, the Jarl will. And there he goes. Wild West got absolutely trounced. Let's see if they are any better on defense. rematch. Let us see. Can the Wild West take it this time? Well, not if they leave their flank completely opened. They can't. But it looks like the Ice Giant can't seem to get up based on the onslaught of bullets. The Valkyries, for whatever reason, are not advancing. Oh, there they are. I shouldn't have said anything. Well, they are not being very effective. But neither are the Gatling guns, leaving their flank totally open. They took out one Valkyrie, but not both. They're just focusing fire on the Ice Giant with half of their bullets missing. The Ice Giant is down. This leaves just a select few. For whatever reason, the Valkyries don't seem to actually be wanting to fight, neither do the Jarls. Is something preventing them from moving? Well, now this is just kind of ridiculous that they don't want to get any closer, but they can't actually hit the enemies. They're all alive, but they are not moving. Did I find a bug? Why aren't you moving? Oh, you're dead. Wait a second. What's the button to possess? I thought it was F. I cannot possess them. They do not show that they are dead, but I cannot possess them. I can possess you. Oh, now this is very strange. I believe I have found a bug. Even if these individuals were alive, they would not be able to survive the Gatling guns. So we are going to call that a victory for the Wild West. And we are going to go into the stimulation map and have one final all-out brawl between the two teams to see who truly is the most powerful. Beautiful. Final battle to see Viking or Wild Wild West. And that ice breath is already looking rather dangerous. The Gatling guns have a lot of work to do if they are going to take out both the Jarl and that Ice Giant. Oh, but they are holding him back. The Ice Giant is down. It is all up to the Jarl. And the Jarl is down. And just like that, Wild Wild West has taken the battle. A wide open space. Who would have thought that guns would have beaten shields and axes? Now we move on to the other side of the bracket. Pirate gets the free win, and now we have Farmer versus Evil. But what, pray tell, map are we going to battle on? The Arena. Now that is actually a very, very good one. That is a very fun one. They were having a massive rave. Suddenly farmers came in from every side. Let's see who wins. Probably the side that's showing furious displays of magic, including lightning and swirling dark masses. That was a very easy win. Let's switch sides. Let's put, instead of the farmers being the ones on the attack, let's say Evil decided to storm the arena. Could the farmers prevent their destruction? The farmers have the upper hand in numbers, but the Evil has the upper hand in magic. Let's see what is going on. Oh, good lord. Well, immediately there's a lot of terrible things happening. Our entire farmer army is somehow already gone. But it looks like they took out the big guy. He's stuck. Oh, never mind. I really gotta learn to stop opening up my mouth. He is not dead, but he is drunk. But it's just with a single swing of his blade he takes people out. They might actually be able to do this. If the potion sellers can keep them at bay long enough for the harvesters to take them out. Unless their attacks don't rely on them actually standing up, in which case that's not going to be very good for us. One potion seller versus one infernal whip. Just keep going, potion seller. Come on, you got this. No, they were unable to do it. That's actually a really good still for a thumbnail. Right there. Hey, guess what? I just found out that the entire time Evil was fighting farmers, you guys couldn't see it. I had the wrong window open, and so it was covering the game. So that was kind of a waste, but here's what we're gonna do. Evil won both matches, but Evil won this match barely. So we are going to play this one again. We're gonna run it back again. If farmers win, we'll do a second one. If farmers lose, we will take this as pure confirmation that Evil has reigned supreme and battle. This is kind of exactly what happened last time. Except last time, these guys weren't living, so this is actually going much worse than the first time the farmers fought this battle. It was a much, much closer fight. Yeah, Evil won handily. And you know, the worst part about it is I had a couple of really awesome moments that would have been for amazing thumbnails, and now they're gone. And I think it's now time that I start ranting about... Okay, so Evil wins. And now we get to our final battle of round 1. Ancient versus Good. Where is this fight taking place? Pray tell. Pray tell, where is this fight taking place? The port. Sounds good. To the port we go. And with that, the battle is set. Good versus Ancient. Here we go. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of magic. That is probably too much magic. Zeus is just choosing not to shoot for whatever reason. Artemis is saving the day though. Oh wow. Artemis is really the GOAT of this match. Zeus, you're not doing much, bro. Where is Artemis? Artemis is somehow dead. Looks like Cupid is keeping him stuck there while the Zeuses just pummel him with lightning. This might be an actually pretty close match. Well, he's still alive and he's still trying to desperately shoot, but that ballista is kind of useless at this point. Chronomancer is dead. It looks like Ancients have this one in the bag. And that they did. Oh no! Those Minotaurs just absolutely destroyed that elephant. Oh my goodness gracious. Problem is they're not surviving this turn here. Looks like all the gauntlets got taken out by one of the Zeuses. We have one Chronomancer. Never mind, I was going to say we have one Chronomancer alive and the other one gone, but this was an even easier fight for Ancients, and I based it around trying to beat them. Truthfully, there's nothing to say. Ancient will be moving on to round 2. Dynasty versus Medieval. Where will their epic battle be? The Broken Bridge. I love it. Here we go. Medieval versus Dynasty. We have Giants versus Giants here. Oh goodness gracious, there he goes. And there goes the giant samurai. Oh, goodness gracious. It seems as if whoever can knock the other one off of the bridge first wins. And he did take off a huge portion of our army. And looks like Lady Jade is now deceased. It is all up to the sensei and to those crossbow looking dudes. Oh goodness, there is no way. The shields are his main weakness. He's already dead. They're backing themselves into a corner. I don't know that Dynasty's gonna take this. Oh, they'll just walk right off the corner. Oh, they're just gonna walk right off the edge. Interesting. Interesting strategy there. Well then, I think Dynasty's got this. Well, not if they do flips. If they knock themselves off, then they're donezo. And the tree giant managed to 2v1. Oh, goodness gracious. The sensei is giving it his all, but he has fallen off of the edge. The tree giant's down, though. That's a big win for Dynasty. Oh my goodness. The problem is the falling off the edge. Whoever is able to knock their opponent off first wins. I think Medieval had an easier time winning this round. Good grief, Medieval might take this. Medieval is rapidly approaching victory. Now we have Spooky and Wild West. Spooky and Wild West will be fighting in the castle with archer towers. That could not be more fitting for a team that's almost exclusively ranged combatants. Let's see how this goes. And now the battle is set. Oh, goodness gracious. It seems as if they got super clogged up. The skeleton giant seems to be more of a liability than anything, and that safe annihilated this side. Oh, good grief. Wow. With Spooky now defending the castle, let us see if Wild Wild West can be taken off their high horse. Somehow already the swordcasters are dead and the main bulk of the Spooky army is out of the castle. The vantage points did nothing. He was killed immediately. And it's left now to one singular Reaper who could not hack it. Goodness gracious. Wild West will be going into the semifinals against Medieval. But before we can actually do the semifinals, we need to continue on the other side of the bracket. And it looks like we have Pirate versus Evil. Where are the pirates battling the forces of evil? A tiered castle, it seems. I don't know this map, so I'm sure it's going to be rather interesting. I think this is perfect. Pirates versus the forces of evil. Let's go. Whoa. They are already not lasting long at all. Was that Blackbeard? There goes Blackbeard. The pirate queens were epic last time. Somehow they're hiding a multitude of bombs, so maybe they can clutch. Or maybe. The pirates managed to pull off a win against the forces of evil. Might the forces of evil then no longer be in this match? All right, new battle has been set. Maybe evil can take this. We'll have to see. Blackbeard now is going to be facing against two of the big dudes, and Blackbeard's already dead. And both pirate queens are already dead. Oh no, she's still alive. She's got this. She's gonna drop a bunch of bombs, blow them all up. A little early. It's okay. Oh, neither pirate queens were dead, actually. They were both still alive. Two pirate queens versus this dude. I don't know that he's going to be able to handle this. He could not handle this. Look at the epicness that is the Pirate Queen. Where does she hide those bombs? I need to know. Pirates are going to be going into the semi-final. The final fight before we can begin the semi-finals, however, will be Tribal versus Ancient. And where, pray tell, will the Tribal and the Ancient factions be battling it out? Lines. Another map that I am not yet familiar with, but I am going to get very familiar with. I'll bring you guys back when the battle is set. Let's see who's going to take the victory here. Wow, that Minotaur went flying in the air, which is actually kind of crazy. And they are all just throwing themselves off the cliff. There goes almost all of the powerful units. There goes the Raptor Rider. Well, you see, this isn't really going to work out if they just throw themselves off a cliff, now will it? Pretty unfortunate matchup for Tribal, I think. This is kind of a map that they do not excel on in any way, shape, or form. Wow, that guy took a ballista to a face like a champ. So did he. Well, he took lightning to the face. Okay, Tribal, that was not good for you. Let's try something different. Might Tribal still be able to take it? This is really the best I can think of because they're probably just going to still fling themselves off. One Minotaur down. Yep. As expected, they went the way I explicitly did not want them to go. I wanted them to go here. No, they just have to go off the edge. Well, you know, it'll still make for a good fight, I think. Oh, you know what? But this time they've broken through. Zeus is kind of trapped. As long as they don't get choked up here, if they don't give him time to recover, they might actually stand a good chance here. Oh, and he got a chance to recover. Well, no more reinforcements. Looks like just a few bone mages, and that's it. That is the way the cookie crumbles. Zeus in a place like this is just too tough to beat. Tribal is out, and Ancient will be going into the semi-final. Round one of the semi-finals, Medieval versus the Wild West, and where will they have this epic battle? Bridge with rails it is. Medieval versus Wild West. And the battle is ready. Let's see who will win. Looks like the tree giant sending the cactus dudes everywhere is not good for him. Question becomes, never mind, it is answered. The question would have been, could the tree giant last all the way to reach these Deadeyes? 4 Deadeyes versus a massive army. Oh, and 1 quick draw. Can they reach before they die? And it looks like the answer, surprisingly, is no. A long haul for the medieval units to go through means Wild West just has too much time to shoot at them. Can this new army composition take it, or is Wild West going to make it to the finals? Ooh, cavalry did not break the line nearly as effectively as I would have hoped. We really needed them to get all the way back here. Oh, he shot his own guy. The Deadeyes are shooting their own people by accident. No way, the Deadeyes are managing to shoot straight over the shields. Meaning the Knights' shields are worthless. But with all these healers, the tree giant might be able to make it. He very well might. The Deadeyes aren't moving at all. Medieval took round 2. Now we must go to the simulation map for all the beans to see who is going to make it to the final. Let the battle commence. Oh, that Gatling gun is so big a problem. Oh, goodness gracious. He's focused in the middle of the army, perhaps. Nope, there goes the king. Doesn't matter if the king has healing if he dies before he can actually get to them. The wide open spaces. There is no stopping Wild Wild West. If you get to a tiebreaker with Wild Wild West, you are donezo. Unfortunately, that means we have to say goodbye to the medieval unit, and Wild West will be our first finalist. Now we have Pirates versus Ancients. There's not many maps left, but which map will they be battling on? Low ground, it so seems. And the battle is set. Ancient versus Pirates. Pirates with 32 units, Ancient with 77, yet the exact same amount of money used. Let us see who is going to be our semi-finalist. Oh, why? How did Zeus get over there? Alright, the Pirate Queens are actually in perfect position to use their bombs, unless she gets swarmed and killed before she can. And there she go, took out almost the entirety of the army. Pirates have it. Far fewer units, but more powerful units. Can Ancient take it? Possibly, maybe, with all these snakes, who knows? And the two Zeuses, too, are not going to make things easy. Unless they are. Oh, the Harpooners! One Zeus down, only one left. If the Pirate Queen and the bomb cannons, nope, Ancient is donezo. There is no way they win this. I am so sorry, Ancients. Pirates, man, we will be having the Wild West and the pirate faction face off each other. High ground. This is where the final battle will take place. The battle is set. We are ready to determine who our finalist and victor of the tournament is going to be. Now the cannon, wow, the bomb cannons really didn't do squat, now did they? However, I remembered these guys, the clams, and so long as they can get some of the clams up here, Pirates stand an excellent chance at victory. Why do they look like that? They look very wrong. These guys will summon infinite clams, which will seek to overrun the Wild Wests. Are we out of Pirate Queens? We're out of Pirate Queens, but it didn't matter. The clams won anyways. So now all comes down to this. Roles reversed. The Pirates can storm the high ground. Can the Pirates defend it? And I have enough for one more flintlock. There we go. The Pirates win this. There is no tiebreaker, which the Wild West really wants a tiebreaker. That is where they shine. So let's see here. Can they do it? Oh, goodness gravy. The Pirate Queens seem to be mostly overwhelmed already, but the onslaught of clams is nigh unbeatable. Now it's up to the Deadshots. Can the Deadshots take out the remaining clam people before the clams reach them? Answer is actually kind of maybe. They possibly could. They are rapidly running out of people. No way. The Pirates could not do it. The Deadeyes are just too intense. Our final match comes down to a tiebreaker. For this match, it needs to be epic. It needs to be insane. It needs to be over the top. Because after all, this is the finale. I am setting a budget for 50,000 gold on either side. And here we go. The final battle, a massive line. It all depends on if the pirates can break through the line in time. Here we go. Oh my gosh. My computer actually almost had trouble handling that for a second there.
Yeah.
Looks like Wild West has the massive advantage here. Most of the pirate army is already gone. The Gatling guns with the Deadeye combo is just too intense for anyone to handle. Not a single team could beat Wild West in the tiebreaker. The winner, Wild West. And there you have it. The Wild West faction has won the Tabs tournament, which was, let's be totally fair, very randomized and likely to have had some bias, but unfortunately there's only so much I can do. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and then subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so that you never miss a video. It helps me out a ton and it lets you guys know when I post more silly stuff like this. This video took a long time to record. Let me know down in the comments how long you think it took me to record based on how long the video ends up being. Whoever is closest will get a certified thumbs up emoji from me. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic day, and in case I didn't say it, thank you to my brother Jacob for giving me this idea. I told him about my Tabs playthrough and immediately he said, what if you do a tournament? And he explained to me how it would work, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun to do, and I plan on doing things like this again in the future. If you're still here, thank you again. Go ahead and check me out on Twitch at EthanLiberty, same username as the one you're looking at right now. I wish you guys all the best, and I will see you in the next video.